If she shares this with you, God say, you've already won psychology tricks. When a woman opens her heart to you, you've already won. Have you ever wondered what it truly means when a woman opens up to you about something deeply personal? It's not just another casual conversation, it's a sign of trust, a bond forming, and often a significant step toward deepening your connection. In fact, when a woman shares something intimate, it's one of the clearest indications that you've already earned her affection. But why is this moment so meaningful? What triggers her to reveal something she's never shared with anyone before? The answer lies in the psychology of human connection. This is not about chance or luck. It's about building a genuine understanding and creating a space where vulnerability is safe. So, let's explore what it means when a woman confides in you and why it signals that you've reached a critical milestone in your relationship. As the poet Rainer Maria Rilke once said, love consists of this: two solitudes that meet, protect, and greet each other. When she opens up, it's a sign that her solitude has found a safe place in you, and that trust is something rare and precious. 1. Trust is the foundation of every relationship. Trust is the foundation of every meaningful relationship. When a woman shares something deeply personal with you, it's not just an ordinary exchange of words, it's a powerful sign that you've earned her trust. Trust isn't given lightly, and when she opens up to you, she is giving you a piece of her soul. Whether she's sharing her dreams, her fears, or a secret she's never shared with anyone before, it's a monumental moment that signifies the emotional connection between you. You must understand the weight of this gesture. You see, when she talks about something personal, like a past heartbreak she's never confided in anyone, she's choosing to be vulnerable with you. And this vulnerability is something you must cherish and handle with care. If you're a high value man, someone who exudes masculine energy, you will recognize the seriousness of this moment. This is where your strength, confidence, and reliability become crucial. You can't just nod along or brush it off. You must be present, attentive, and non judgmental. That is the key to building deeper intimacy and trust. If she feels safe in your presence, if she trusts you enough to expose her wounds, it's because you've shown her time and time again that you are someone she can rely on. This is how trust grows. It's nurtured through the way you listen, the way you respond, and most importantly, the way you show up for her. Never take these moments for granted. As a man who understands his masculine energy, you know that these exchanges aren't trivial. They're the bedrock upon which strong, lasting relationships are built. So, when she trusts you with her vulnerability, you must take it seriously. You must be the rock, the steady force, the high value man she needs in that moment. By doing so, you create a bond that no amount of time or challenge can easily break. You must hold this trust with the utmost respect, knowing that this is the moment where something profound begins to bloom between you both. And remember, the more you embody that powerful masculine energy, the more you will naturally attract women who are drawn to your strength, authenticity, and the trust you inspire. 2. Emotional availability. Emotional availability is one of the most powerful signs that a woman is ready to connect with you on a deeper level. When a woman opens up and shares something personal, it's not just a casual conversation, it's a clear signal that she is emotionally available. She's no longer holding back, no longer shielding her true feelings. She's ready to engage with you, to let you see a side of her that is raw and real. This is a crucial concept to understand, especially if you're navigating relationships as a high value man, someone who understands the importance of deep emotional connection. Emotional availability isn't something to take lightly. It's not a fleeting moment or a casual exchange. It's the cornerstone of a lasting, meaningful relationship. When a woman shares her personal experiences, her dreams, her fears, her goals, she's showing you the real her. Not the version of herself she presents to the world, but the vulnerable, raw version that she has chosen to reveal to you. This is where psychology tricks come into play. Female psychology, especially, is intricately tied to how she expresses her emotional availability. When she opens up, she is giving you a part of her heart. She's showing you her trust and, more importantly, her willingness to invest emotionally in the connection. This moment isn't just about what she says, it's about what she's not saying as well. When she shares her fears or her past heartbreaks, it's her way of letting you know she's willing to be vulnerable in front of you. She's not looking for someone who will judge or dismiss her feelings. She's looking for someone who will embrace her vulnerability, someone who can meet her emotional availability with his own. You must recognize the weight of this. This is where your own emotional availability as a man comes into play. You must be open and receptive to her feelings, just as she is to yours. If you're looking to understand how to fall in love, remember that this mutual emotional availability is one of the most significant ingredients in building a true, lasting bond. Imagine her telling you about her ambitions, her biggest dreams, or even her deepest insecurities. These are intimate details that most people keep guarded. But when she opens up to you, it's a sign that she trusts you to handle those feelings with care. It's not about simply listening, it's about actively engaging with her on a level that goes beyond the surface. You need to be there for her, to support her without judgment. That's where the real power lies in these exchanges. Be the steady, supportive presence she needs. Don't just listen, listen with the intent to understand, to empathize, and to show her that you're emotionally available, too. Being emotionally available yourself is crucial. When you reciprocate by sharing your own feelings and thoughts, you create a bond that goes beyond casual conversations. You're telling her that you, too, are willing to be vulnerable. That is the essence of emotional availability, mutual vulnerability, where both partners feel safe enough to expose their inner worlds. This is where the magic of connection happens. Don't fall into the trap of thinking that emotional availability is just about showing up when things are easy. No, you must show up during the tough moments, too. When she's sharing her fears, her anxieties, or past hurts, you need to be there with patience and understanding. The more you respond to these moments with care, the more she will trust you and invest in the connection. This is how you build a relationship that goes beyond mere attraction. This is how you create a bond that can stand the test of time. You must understand that emotional availability is a two-way street. It's not just about her being open, it's about you being open too. You must show her that you are emotionally present, available, and ready to engage on a deeper level. That is the key to making a meaningful, lasting connection. If you're not emotionally available, you're missing out on one of the most powerful aspects of romantic relationships. And don't forget, if you want to attract women who are truly invested in you, who see you as someone worthy of their trust and emotions, you need to embody emotional availability yourself. By doing this, you create a safe space where both of you can be open, honest, and vulnerable. This mutual emotional availability forms the foundation of a love that is not just surface level, but profound and lasting. It's one of the most powerful psychology tricks you can use in building a deep, meaningful connection. Remember, you must be emotionally available if you want her to feel safe enough to invest her emotions in you. That is how you build the kind of relationship that stands out from the rest. In the end, emotional availability is about making the choice to connect on a deeper, more meaningful level. You must show up, you must listen, and you must be willing to invest emotionally as much as she is. By doing this, you will create a bond that goes beyond just attraction, one that is based on trust, mutual vulnerability, and emotional availability. If you understand the power of emotional availability and want to build deeper connections, hit like, drop a comment below, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights on building meaningful relationships. Comment to remember, emotional availability is the key to real connection. 3. You are a safe haven. When a woman opens up to you and shares something significant, especially something personal or emotional, understand that you are witnessing a profound moment of trust and vulnerability. It's not just a casual conversation, it's a sign that you've become her safe haven. She feels secure enough in your presence to reveal her raw, unfiltered emotions. This is no small feat. Women do not easily open up to anyone. They need to feel an unspoken assurance that they won't be judged, dismissed, or belittled. If she is sharing something intimate with you, it means that you've earned that trust. You've created an environment where she feels safe enough to be herself without fear of judgment or ridicule. And that is an extraordinary accomplishment. This is the psychological trick that many men miss. Comfort and safety are the emotional bedrock of any strong, lasting relationship. Safety is not about creating a perfect, problem free environment, but about fostering an atmosphere where a woman can let her guard down and show you the real, unpolished version of herself. It's the same principle that underpins the ancient wisdom of Stoicism. Stoics understood that emotional stability, especially in the face of external pressures, is the key to mastery. You must cultivate this inner strength within yourself and be a pillar of unwavering stability for her. When she opens up, it's not just about the specific story or the conflict she's sharing. It's about her trusting you enough to expose the complexities of her life. By being her safe haven, you are showing her that you are reliable, steady, and strong. That emotional consistency creates intimacy. It's easy to think that intimacy is built on grand gestures, expensive dates, or passionate moments, but in reality, it's the everyday emotional security that holds the relationship together. When a woman feels safe to share her thoughts, feelings, and vulnerabilities, you have won. And by winning, I don't mean it in a manipulative sense. I mean you have successfully laid the foundation for a deep, meaningful connection. You have unlocked a bond that many men strive for but never reach because they don't fully understand the importance of emotional security. As Stoic wisdom teaches, emotional self control and resilience are the cornerstones of any meaningful connection. Your ability to be unshakable, your iron mind, creates a safe, stable space where true intimacy can flourish. Consider the words of the great philosopher Epictetus, who once said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." This is the essence of Stoic wisdom. When you can control your own emotions and remain calm under pressure, you become a rock for her, someone she can always rely on, no matter what. Think about how often in modern life we are bombarded with external pressures, work stress, societal expectations, financial worries. Yet, in the face of all this, you must become the unwavering constant. If she sees you as a source of calm in a chaotic world, she will naturally turn to you for support when life gets overwhelming. This is not about hiding your emotions or suppressing them, it's about mastering them. It's about having the emotional strength to hold space for her emotions without letting them shake you. What we achieve inwardly will change outer reality, said the famous philosopher Plutarch. This is your opportunity to become a person who not only survives life's challenges, but thrives through them. You don't just endure, you thrive. And when you master this Stoic mindset, you lead by example. You show her that you are the kind of person who will not only help her through difficult moments, but will also stand strong, unwavering, and resilient. There is a great power in this. The ability to create emotional safety is an uncommon skill, one that many overlook. Yet, in relationships, it is precisely the skill that determines whether you build a lasting, meaningful connection or whether you remain in surface level interactions. In a world that often demands perfection, when you show her that you can handle vulnerability, that you can sit in discomfort without running away or growing anxious, you elevate yourself in her eyes. You become irreplaceable. You have created a space where both of you can grow and be your true selves. In modern relationships, there is no greater strength than emotional intelligence. The ability to listen without judgment, to comfort without trying to fix, to support without being asked, that is your iron mind at work. When you become her safe haven, you are offering her a psychological sanctuary. And when she feels safe enough to share her deepest thoughts, feelings, and fears with you, it's a sign that you've unlocked the true power of a relationship: trust. You must nurture this trust daily, showing her time and again that you are the unshakable presence in her life, the one who will always be there, no matter what. Remember, this is how intimacy is truly built. Not through grand declarations or fleeting moments of passion, but through the small, quiet moments of connection where you demonstrate that you can be trusted with her innermost self. This is where Stoicism wins. This is where the power of the iron mind comes into play. When you can remain grounded, calm, and resolute in the face of her vulnerability, you've done more than just win her heart. You've earned her unwavering loyalty, her respect, and her love. You are the steady hand in the storm, the one who remains unshaken and unyielding. And that is a power that will endure. In conclusion, master this and master life. Become the safe haven she seeks, the calm in the chaos, and you will build a relationship that lasts. You must become the embodiment of emotional strength, emotional resilience, and emotional intelligence. That is the secret. That is the Stoic wisdom that will lead you to victory in all aspects of your life. You must stand firm with an iron mind, knowing that by offering her safety, you are securing your place in her heart for the long haul. 4. She sees a future with you. If she shares her dreams, her plans, and her deepest thoughts with you, take note, this is no casual chat. It's a strong sign that she's already envisioning a future with you. Women don't open up about their life goals and aspirations to just anyone. When she talks about the kind of home she wants to build, or the places she dreams of visiting, and you're part of that vision, it's clear she sees you in her future. She's not just talking about a weekend getaway or the next year. She's talking about her life, her long term plans, and you're an essential piece of the puzzle. This is especially evident when she casually mentions major life decisions, like moving to a different city for a job, and wonders aloud how it might affect your relationship. This isn't random, it's a subtle, yet telling sign that she's imagining the future and contemplating how you fit into it. You, as a high value man, should recognize these signs as vital. Women want a man who is steady, strong, and reliable enough to fit into their long term plans. They want someone who doesn't just drift along in the moment, but who is intentional about building a lasting connection. You must understand that when a woman shares these intimate future details with you, she's not simply indulging in small talk. She's testing the waters to see how you respond. Do you see yourself in her future? Are you a man who has his own vision and purpose, who can step up to the challenge of being a long term partner? If you're constantly centered on your own growth and masculine energy, you'll be ready for that conversation and take it in stride. You'll find yourself prepared to handle such topics and respond in a way that reinforces your own plans while making her feel that you're aligned with her vision. Be aware of this subtle clue. If she's wondering aloud about future scenarios, whether it's about relocating, changing careers, or even personal matters that require commitment, this is her way of testing your willingness to invest in the relationship. Women often test a man's response, not out of insecurity, but because they want to see whether he's serious, whether he's truly ready to commit, and whether he possesses the masculine energy required to make hard decisions and stand firm. Don't mistake this for a trivial conversation. It's a litmus test. She's sizing up your potential as a long-term partner. So, when she starts talking about things like her dream home, future vacations, or the kind of life she envisions down the road, don't just nod along absent-mindedly. Respond with confidence. Show her you're a man who has his own future planned, that you're someone who can build a life with her. A high-value man knows what he brings to the table, and his future isn't a mystery. He's not aimless, he's clear on what he wants, and he's driven to get there. If you can align your ambitions with hers, you'll demonstrate the power of masculine energy in a relationship, something that will make her feel secure, valued, and ready to invest more in you. You need to be someone who doesn't shy away from talking about the future, whether it's about your career, your aspirations, or your life goals. Don't let the conversation slide by. Don't be afraid of what comes next, because women appreciate a man who is clear, direct, and confident about his place in the world. This doesn't mean you have to have everything figured out. It means you must be decisive and show her that you're on the same wavelength. Women are attracted to men who can balance ambition with clarity. They are drawn to high-value men who know how to pursue their dreams and who have the courage to ask for what they need. And here's the truth. If she sees a future with you, it's because you've already shown her that you're a man capable of handling the future together. If you've been authentic, proactive, and strong, she will sense that. Your masculine energy will reassure her that you're someone she can rely on for the long haul. When a woman opens up about her hopes for the future, it's an invitation for you to join her journey, not just as a bystander, but as a partner. She's letting you into her world, letting you see how she imagines her life unfolding, and she wants to know, Are you someone who can walk alongside her? As a high value man, you must understand that this isn't about just playing along in the conversation. You must take her seriously. Recognize that she's not just sharing random thoughts, she's showing you a glimpse of the life she could see with you in it. Don't ignore these signs. You have to step up and prove that you're the type of man who can match her vision, who can build something real, and who can take the next step with her. When you show up with confidence, a clear vision for your own life, and the readiness to build something together, you'll be showing her that you're the man who's worthy of her future. Don't let the moment slip by. Be the man who can see beyond the present and into the future, her future with you. If you see the signs that she's envisioning a future with you, take action. Like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and don't forget to subscribe for more powerful insights. Drop a comment below to show your commitment. I'm ready for the future, and I'm in it for the long haul. 5. She wants you to understand her. When a woman opens up and shares something vulnerable, it's not a random act or a mere conversation. It's a profound moment. It's a signal that she's letting you in. It's an invitation to see the real her. Don't mistake it for her seeking your validation or approval. That's not the point. This is her asking for something much deeper, understanding. She wants to know if you can accept her fully, flaws, insecurities, and all. It's a test of your emotional maturity and, believe it or not, a test of how well you understand female psychology. You must realize that vulnerability isn't a sign of weakness, it's an opportunity for connection. Let's break it down. When she shares something personal, like a struggle with mental health, she's not looking for pity. She's not trying to make you feel sorry for her. Instead, she's showing you a side of her that many people never get to see, and she's wondering, can you embrace this side of me? This is where psychology tricks come into play. Women, by nature, often want to feel emotionally seen. They want to know that they are more than just their physical appearance or external qualities. They want to know that someone truly understands them. This isn't just a superficial conversation, it's a genuine plea for emotional connection. So, when she opens up about her struggles, whether they are related to mental health, family, or past trauma, you must respond with compassion and empathy. Do not dismiss her emotions or try to solve her problems immediately. That's not what she's asking for. She doesn't need a quick fix. She needs a partner who can listen, understand, and be present. The key to navigating this moment lies in your ability to recognize that she wants you to see her for who she truly is. And to be honest, if you're the kind of man who can do that, you're already ahead of the game in the relationship department. You're tapping into the deeper layers of how to fall in love and keep a woman emotionally engaged. Don't misunderstand what's happening here. Her vulnerability isn't about showing weakness, it's about sharing her most authentic self. And that's a big deal. You see, most people are afraid of showing their vulnerabilities, especially when it comes to matters like mental health. Society teaches us to be strong, to hide our flaws, and to keep our struggles to ourselves. But when she lets you in, it's because she believes you're someone who can handle the truth. She's testing whether you're emotionally strong enough to support her, even in her darkest moments. And when you respond with understanding and respect, you show her that you can accept her without judgment. That's the secret to building trust and emotional intimacy in any relationship. The moment she shares a vulnerable side with you is crucial. You must understand that this is not just a random moment in the conversation. It's a psychological move that she's making. Women, particularly when they are considering a long-term relationship, want to know if a man will stand by them during difficult times. She's not looking for perfection. She's looking for someone who will accept her imperfections and still choose to stay. And that's where many men miss the mark. They get caught up in thinking that vulnerability means she's weak or that they need to fix her. But understanding her is the key, not fixing her. Now, let's dive into how you can respond. This is where male psychology comes into play. Men, by nature, are often problem solvers. When faced with someone's vulnerability, their immediate instinct is to fix the issue or provide advice. But this is not always what a woman needs. Instead of offering solutions, take the time to listen. Engage with her on an emotional level. Ask questions that show genuine interest in her feelings and experiences. Say things like, I can't imagine how hard that must be for you, or thank you for trusting me with that. I'm here for you. These simple statements show that you're not just listening, you're feeling with her. This is one of the most important psychology tricks in relationships: emotional connection. It's what builds the foundation of trust. When you prove that you can be vulnerable with her and that you can accept her vulnerability without trying to change it, you create a space where both of you can feel safe and secure. This isn't about being perfect or having all the answers. It's about being open and compassionate. Here's the thing: women are wired to test a man's emotional intelligence in these moments. They want to see if you can rise to the occasion and handle delicate situations with maturity. If you respond with sensitivity, understanding, and emotional depth, you demonstrate that you're a man who can navigate the complexities of female psychology. This is not just about impressing her, it's about building something real. When you show her that you can embrace her at her most vulnerable, she will feel safe with you, and that's the first step toward deep emotional intimacy. In conclusion, when a woman shares something vulnerable, it's not about making you feel sorry for her or seeking validation. It's about showing you who she really is. She wants you to understand her. This is a test. Can you handle it? Can you accept her for all that she is, imperfections and all? If you want to win her heart, you must respond with empathy, compassion, and respect. Remember, understanding is the key to emotional connection, and emotional connection is the key to love. You must be the man who can embrace her fully. So, when she shares her vulnerabilities, don't shy away. Step forward and prove that you're the one who truly gets her. That's how you win her heart, by understanding her deeply and completely. 6. She feels comfortable with silence. In relationships, the ability to embrace silence is a powerful and often overlooked sign of connection. It shows that you don't need constant chatter to build understanding, and it signifies a deep level of emotional maturity. When she feels comfortable with silence, it's not awkward or uncomfortable. It's a space where unspoken communication thrives. When she shares something personal, like a difficult experience at work, and the conversation doesn't feel rushed, it's a sign of trust and mutual respect. Silence becomes a language of its own, where the lack of words doesn't create distance, but instead fosters an even deeper bond. This is the essence of emotional maturity, a space where you don't feel the need to fix everything with a quick response. You simply sit with her, offering your presence, showing that you're not just listening, but that you truly understand. This is the kind of wisdom that the great Stoics, masters of emotional control, spoke about. The Old Stoic wisdom teaches that it's not always about reacting, but about responding with strength and patience. He who is brave is free, said Seneca, and the bravery to embrace silence, to sit with discomfort, is the mark of someone who knows how to truly support another. Life moves at a breakneck pace, but the iron mind is the one that knows when to pause, when to take a breath, and when words are unnecessary. The modern world pushes us to fill every gap with conversation, yet true connection is found in those quiet moments of mutual understanding. Don't rush to speak, don't rush to fix, just be present. That's where the real power lies. Stoicism teaches that the strongest individuals know when to speak and when silence is the truest form of support. By embracing the silence, you're showing your inner strength. In those moments, you're not weak or unsure, you are calm, centered, and unwavering. That's how you win in relationships. That's how you master life. The iron mind doesn't fear silence, it embraces it, understanding that sometimes doing nothing is the most powerful thing you can do. You must cultivate this ability in yourself. Don't seek out constant chatter. Seek the strength to sit in silence, knowing that true emotional connection doesn't require words. Silence is not emptiness, it's a space for the soul to connect. When she's comfortable with it, you've already won. It's a sign that your relationship is grounded in mutual understanding, emotional maturity, and the strength to face the challenges of life together. This is Stoicism in action. If you truly understand the power of silence in a relationship, you're ahead of the game. Most men miss this completely, always rushing to fill the space with words. never realizing that true connection is found in stillness. If you can sit with her in silence and offer nothing but your presence, you're demonstrating emotional strength. You're showing you're not here to fix, but to truly understand. If you get it, comment below, I embrace silence and understand its power. Let's see who's ready to master this. 7. She's testing your emotional intelligence. When a woman opens up to you, especially when she's sharing something deeply personal or vulnerable, don't just brush it off. This is a powerful moment, one that reveals a lot about where you stand in her eyes and how she perceives your emotional maturity. She's not just looking for someone to offer advice, she's testing your emotional intelligence. This is crucial. She's watching to see if you can read between the lines, understand the unspoken things that hang in the air, and respond with genuine empathy. It's more than a mere conversation, it's an emotional challenge that speaks volumes about your character. Now, let me be clear, this is not just some casual test. When a woman shares something personal, she's not just laying out her feelings or frustrations for no reason. She wants to see how you respond, not just on a logical level, but on an emotional one. It's her way of gauging whether you're capable of truly connecting with her. She's paying attention to how well you handle the situation. Are you the kind of guy who can stay calm, patient, and kind? Or do you jump to conclusions, try to fix things immediately, or dismiss her feelings? You see, emotional intelligence is what separates the men who truly attract women from those who don't. A high value man doesn't just offer quick fixes. He takes the time to listen, absorb the emotional context, and respond with care and understanding. This is what she needs to feel safe, heard, and valued. This is where your masculine energy must show up, not in the form of arrogance or dominance, but in the strength of your emotional composure. When a woman is anxious about a big life decision or sharing something sensitive, she's not necessarily asking for solutions, she's asking for reassurance. She's testing whether you can stay steady, calm, and patient through the storm. She wants to see if you can support her emotionally, whether or not you have the perfect answer. She doesn't need your advice in that moment. She needs your presence, your understanding, and your ability to empathize with what she's going through. So, how should you handle this? Be the man who doesn't just hear her words, but truly understands the emotions beneath them. A high value man listens with intent, not just for what is said, but also for what isn't. Pay attention to her body language, her tone, her expressions. These things often tell more than the words themselves. Be the man who can sit in silence, providing comfort just by being there, rather than filling the air with unnecessary words. Don't rush to solve her problems, but rather show her that you're present, that you're emotionally intelligent enough to understand the gravity of the situation. When she shares her fears, doubts, or insecurities with you, she's looking for reassurance. She wants to know that you won't dismiss her concerns or belittle her feelings. The way you handle these sensitive moments will set you apart as a high-value man. It's not about offering quick, superficial fixes. It's about demonstrating that you can empathize with her struggles and offer support in a meaningful way. Your emotional intelligence isn't about being perfect. It's about being real, being present, and showing genuine care. That's how you attract women, by being the kind of man who can connect with her emotionally and handle life's ups and downs with grace. When she opens up, don't rush to judge or try to make things better immediately. Instead, allow her to fully express herself. This is your chance to be patient and show that you're not just listening to respond, but listening to understand. A high value man doesn't interrupt, doesn't rush, and doesn't try to solve everything at once. He takes the time to process the conversation, to connect with the emotion behind the words, and then responds thoughtfully. This kind of emotional maturity is exactly what she's looking for. If you want to attract women and maintain a strong, healthy relationship, this is the emotional depth you must bring to the table. Don't forget that it's not just about offering advice. It's about showing her that you care enough to listen. It's about demonstrating that you're a man who understands the importance of emotional connection. Be the man who doesn't just hear her. Be the man who understands her. A woman can tell the difference between someone who is truly emotionally in tune and someone who just wants to be the fixer. If you can consistently show up with emotional intelligence, kindness, and patience, you'll not only attract women, but you'll earn their respect and trust. In the end, when she shares something deeply personal, it's not just a conversation, it's a test of how you handle vulnerability, your emotional intelligence, and your capacity to be present in sensitive moments. The way you respond will determine if you've truly won her heart. So don't rush, don't be dismissive, and don't shy away from these opportunities to show your emotional strength. Be the high value man she can count on, not just for solutions, but for support, understanding, and genuine emotional connection. 8. She is looking for support, not solutions. When a woman opens up to you about something personal, don't jump to conclusions. Don't rush to solve the problem. This is crucial. She's not asking for solutions, she's asking for support. You see, many men get this wrong. They hear a woman express distress or frustration, and immediately, the gears start turning in their minds, searching for the right advice to give. But here's the thing you must understand: she's not looking for a fix. She's looking for understanding, empathy, and emotional reassurance. This is one of those fundamental psychology tricks you must learn if you're serious about connecting with her. Women, particularly when it comes to female psychology, value emotional support just as much, if not more, than a solution. Think about it this way: when she talks about feeling overwhelmed with family issues or work stress, don't just jump in with advice like, well, you should do this, or why don't you try that? You might think you're being helpful, but you're missing the point. She's not asking for advice. What she really wants is for you to acknowledge her feelings, to validate them, and to be there for her emotionally. Instead of giving solutions, offer comfort. Say something like, that sounds really tough. I'm so sorry you're going through that. That simple statement shows empathy and support, which is exactly what she's seeking. That is how you build trust. That is how you win her heart. Remember, this isn't just about making her feel better in the moment. It's about showing her that you're emotionally available, that you're capable of listening, and that you're someone who doesn't rush to fix things, but is there to support her through the ups and downs. This understanding is a critical piece of how to fall in love with someone who feels truly understood and cared for. Men who get this right, who offer emotional presence rather than trying to solve her problems, stand out. You might be wondering, why is this so important? Why shouldn't you just try to fix the situation? Here's the answer. In relationships, emotional support is the foundation. It shows her that you're capable of being there in difficult times, not just when everything is smooth sailing. By not rushing to solve her issues, you're showing her that you value her emotions and that her feelings matter. You're demonstrating a level of maturity and emotional intelligence that is essential in any meaningful relationship. But here's the thing: it's not always easy. Many men are conditioned to feel like they need to fix things. You've been taught to solve problems, to find solutions, to take charge. And while that's a great quality in some situations, it can be a barrier when it comes to relationships. Women don't always need a problem solver. They need someone who understands them and stands by them, especially when they're facing emotional challenges. The trick, the psychology trick, is recognizing when to listen and when to speak. It's about understanding that your role isn't always to fix the problem, but to offer your emotional presence as a solution. When she shares her concerns or frustrations, especially when it's about something personal, do this: listen intently. Don't interrupt. Don't rush in with advice. Just let her talk. Then, acknowledge her feelings. You can say things like, I hear you, or that must be really frustrating. This doesn't mean you agree with everything she says or that you need to take on her burdens, but it shows her that you care and that you're not trying to escape from the situation. You're right there with her. Let's be real, most men are quick to fix things. But this approach often misses the emotional connection a woman is craving. Women value emotional intelligence, and they test their partners in subtle ways to see if they are emotionally attuned to their needs. When you step back, allow her to express herself, and respond with empathy and understanding, you're demonstrating a level of emotional maturity that sets you apart. You're not just solving problems, you're creating a safe space where she can feel heard, valued, and understood. So let's recap. When she's sharing something personal with you, remember she's likely not looking for solutions. She's looking for your emotional support. Don't rush to give advice. Instead, validate her feelings and show empathy. In the grand scheme of things, this is one of the most powerful psychology tricks you can employ in relationships. By being present and emotionally supportive, you not only help her feel heard, but also strengthen your bond with her. If you want to attract women and build meaningful, lasting connections, mastering this emotional intelligence is a must. At the end of the day, be the man who offers comfort over quick fixes. Show her that you are a high value man who understands the importance of emotional support. Be the partner who listens and makes her feel secure. And trust me, this is one of the easiest ways to win her heart. Hey there, thanks for watching. Remember, the next time a woman opens up and shares something personal with you, it's more than just a chat. It's a moment of trust, of deep emotional connection. You're not just winning her heart by saying the right things, you're winning her trust by truly listening, understanding, and being there when it matters most. So take this as a sign to nurture that bond, to really listen and respond with empathy. Relationships grow stronger through those real, meaningful moments of connection. If you found this insight helpful, be sure to hit that subscribe button for more tips on building deeper, more fulfilling relationships. And hey, I'd love to hear from you. What's the most meaningful thing someone has ever shared with you? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let's chat about it. Take care and remember, true connection is the foundation of any lasting relationship.